God bless you. What troubles you?
Master Fayfar, Sir Radzig sent me to you.
Did he? He must think highly of you.
I do the best I can.
That's good, because this is damned important. Silver's our most valuable asset.
How can I help with these, evil forebodings of yours?
Sir Radzig may make light of it, but a large quantity of silver has been discovered hereabouts, and no one is guarding the Skullets mines, the most likely source.
You really think someone could be stealing the silver from the mines? I would have thought that would be quite a job, wouldn't it?
It certainly would. Which is why I'd like you to go and check out not only the mine gallery, but also the yard with the smelter and the waterworks. See what kind of state it's all in, and if anything looks suspicious.
Is that the yard next to the Skalitz mill?
That's the one. I don't know what state it's in now. There used to be a stock of charcoal and smelted silver there.
A silver store? Could there really be any left?
I doubt it. I'd be surprised if it was still standing at all.
What about these waterworks? What's there?
A stamping mill and washing troughs. They're on the bend in the river below the castle. You can't miss them. There are big tanks and equipment all around.
You said mine gallery. Just one?
Boy, there's such a maze there that it would take a week to crawl through the place. There's only one gallery I'm interested in, at the foot of the hill by a small fish pond.
Why just that one?
Because I was expecting to find a scene there. All the indications pointed to it. So if anyone is stealing silver, it'll be right there.
Should I be expecting trouble then?
Well, I definitely wouldn't treat the job like a visit to church on Sunday. You could find yourself facing a pack of hungry dogs trailing the army, or a band of brigands.
I see. Well, you and Sir Radzig can rely on me. Well, I'd say there's real grounds for your forebodings. I heard from one Skalitz miner that someone may have found something there and didn't report it.
I knew it. That bastard Nemoy and his cronies. Christ above. I want the lot of them clapped in irons.
The lot of them? How many are there? A dozen? 2 dozen? How am I to arrest them all?
Yes. You're quite right. It'll be enough to take Nemoy. He's a serpent leading the others on the path of evil.
So I should look in the mine, and if anyone's there and I find Nemoy, I should bring him to you in irons.
Exactly. But proceed with caution. The punishment for stealing the king's silver is burning at the stake. Those people will be capable of anything if cornered, even murder.
That's all clear. I'll get going.
God be with you.
Master Fayfar, I need to speak with you. I found out something about the counterfeit coin.
Did you really? Do tell.
Close to Rovna, I came across a wagon that was transporting the false coins. Unfortunately, I came too late. The carter and his men were dead.
Damn and blast. Do you know who did it?
Yes. A certain knight turned up there. Turned out he was also after the forgers.
Well, that is indeed unexpected. Tell me, what did he say?
His name is Ulrich. He looked like a knight, but he refused to show his master's colours.
Ulrich, you say? Could be anyone. Can you describe him?
An older man with a moustache. But for all his grey hairs, he seemed pretty tough to me.
Doesn't match anyone I've heard of. But then we don't even know if Ulrich is his real name.
His name is Ulrich. He looked like I asked him who his liege was, but he refused to tell me.
We live in such strange times. In days past, knights would vie with each other to see who could extol their liege's name the loudest. And today, they take assumed names, hide their emblems, and sneak around the land like thieves.
I got the impression he was hiding his identity because his master's at odds with Sir Radzig.
That may well be. As a staunch supporter of the king, Sir Radzig has many enemies.
He told me that the fake money was being taken to Passau in exchange for gold coins. Then that real money was being brought back to the Bohemian lands.
That would explain why those fakes bear the Passau countermark.
His master is allied with the Passau alderman, and they told him to sort it all out.
I wonder who could be behind it all.
He gave me these documents to show you. He seemed to think they prove he was telling the truth. They're the records of the interrogations in Passau, and some other things he said you'd understand better than him.
Let me see. We, the aldermen of the city of Passau, interrogation held this day, put to pen by the questor. The place of origin is a monastery in the land of Bohemia. Which certainly confirms my suspicion that something underhand is going on in Sasso. Coin assay report. Copper core coated with amalgam. Ah, but this is interesting. Here's an outline description of how the forgeries are made. I'll have to study it more closely. We command Herr Ulrich to investigate and let no man stand in his way. This looks like the original safe conduct. It has the seal of the Passau alderman, but they certainly didn't pen this.
How do you know?
I recognize the hand. It's a Clement of Caplitz, the high scribe of the Rosenbergs.
The Rosenbergs? Who's that?
A rich and powerful family in South Bohemia. Burgrave Henry III is a great rival of our King Wenceslas.
So what does all this mean?
Well, it certainly explains why your knight is so mysterious. Anyway, we should be careful, and we shall begin our investigation. The documents show they use silver amalgam for coating copper fakes.
What?
Silver amalgam. It's produced from quicksilver and silver.
Well, that doesn't sound like something just anyone can get hold of.
You're quite right. You will go to Sasso at once. Look around the forges in the city. Someone must be working copper for them.
Where shall we meet?
At the inn on Sasso Market. See you later.
Greeting.
I've got some goods here.
All right. Goodbye.
Let's talk about...
Well,
Here. And, something for your trouble.
my word. Thank you kindly.
Will you teach me how to...
Certainly.
I'm interested in...
Wouldn't you rather learn?
Well... I'd like to try...
All right. God be with you. How are you, Henry? Hey, lad. Don't you want a little wager on the ratte tourney? I'll stand here and pretend I don't know you're there. You try sneaking up behind me without me seeing you, and take something from my purse. First, you have to rummage in the purse. Once you've found... Try stealing my... That's the way. I hardly noticed you were there. Best practice on drunks and sleeping folk.
Thanks, Peshek.
You're welcome.
Don't you feel hot under all that iron?
Wouldn't you like to take a stroll?
In this weather?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ, be...
I'm interested.
And what is it?
Ah,
I'm sure you'll be
yeah. 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 I'll be with you. I'm looking for Sakuno. Sakuno? Baron Rickvold. Isn't this his camp?
You won't get nothing out of him. You must be Radzig's man. I heard he was supposed to send someone.
Yes, Sir Radzig sent me as a guide. I'm Henry.
I'm Jakey. And this here fella, we call the Stone.
I can see why. What's up with him? Cat got his tongue?
No, more like the dog got it. The executioner's dog. When the executioner ripped it out of him. Anyway, you better come along with me. I'll introduce you to the other fellas. And the chief. These here are the Bearman brothers, Petter and Jan. They're a barrel of laughs, except when they're too drunk to string two words together. Like now. Don't get on the wrong side of them, though. When their blood is up, well, it ain't a pretty sight.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, I'm sure.
Never mind the fancy poses, Stefan. You're trying to kill the fucker, not teach him how to dance. And you, Dangler, stand your ground. Don't let him lead you round by the nose.
Sir, Well, sir, this is Henry. From Lord Cobler.
Ah, it's about time Radzig got round to this. We need someone who knows their way around these parts. Leave off with the bowing and curtsying. We don't hold with that tomfoolery here. Jakey! Where the hell are you sneaking off to? Go to the farm and get water. The lads are thirsty.
But I went last time.
And you'll go next time, you ungrateful pup. Get your ass moving. Snot-nosed brat. You pull them out of a pile of shit, and they thank you with back talk. Where were we? Oh yeah. We need a guide who knows these parts. So I hope I can rely on you, Herman.
It's Henry.
Right. Well, as I said to Radzig, I don't want to carry any dead weight. We could find ourselves in some very tight situations where every sword counts.
I know how to handle a sword, all right.
I've heard a lot of fellas say that. They still ended up on the wrong end of one. We'll find out. Stefan, take a break. Dangler, let's find out what Harold here can do.
Sure. No problem, Chief.
Bugger! No, kurwa! You're dead! I'll slaughter you. Cunt! You didn't fare badly at all, I must say. You can ride with us.
All right.
Don't thank me yet. You don't know what you're letting yourself in for.
Sir Kuno, can you tell me something?
Drop the sir. That title brought me...
Sir Radzig told me the Rickvold family...
There's all sorts of ways to become impoverished. Nothing easier. Especially when you're...
Oh.
But it's a long and twisted story. We took our name from Rickvold Castle. You see, he knew the abbess there since they were young. Knew her very well. There was even talk that she only joined... Anyway, whether he was fucking her right there in the convent, or he just took a lot of interest in scripture, he spent an...
Oh, he might have been after a bit of both.
Sinning and confessing all in one place. Well, I can see the convenience of it. Anyway, my mother never had strong nerves. Truth be told, her sanity was always shaky. Then, one frosty December morning, I was woken by screaming and smoke. I looked out the window, and I saw my mother there, in the courtyard.
Christ, that sounds like a scene straight out of hell.
Hellish it was, I can tell you. Me and my sister Adela and a few servants managed to get out before the whole place went up. I couldn't get to my father, or my little brother. My sister and I were left destitute after the fire. But then my cousin, Adam of Drevich, took... A few weeks later, he offered to buy what was left of our estates and sell me a small... It was a great relief. We suddenly had some hope of a future again. So I told my sister about it. And it was the biggest mistake of my life. A week later, the two of them announced to me they were getting married. And all that was left of our estates, lands, woods, villages, Adela was to get it all as a dowry.
But surely that was for you to decide. You were the head of the family, right?
Aye. Only I barely had 17 years under my belt, and I'd just lost everything. Of course, I argued with them, and that was the only excuse they needed to kick me. You're telling me. But I'm not complaining. As my pa always used to say, if you can turn your hand...
What about your debt to Sir Radzig?
A twist of fate, lad. I was fighting in the hostilities between the House of Schallenberg and the town of Colleen. In the end, the two sides negotiated a truce, and I rode to Colleen with the delegation that was to parley there. We stopped off at an inn on the way, and I could tell at first sight he was a man after my own heart. We spent the whole night drinking together and talking, and in the morning we set off together with sore heads. But only once we reached the city gates, they arrested me on the spot. Seems the burgers had it in for me, since I'd been making... On the other hand, I was a member of the peace delegation, so by rights, they shouldn't have even looked at me sideways. Colleen is a royal city, so he was there to represent the king's...
I see. So he was on the other side.
That's right. Anyway, they threw me in a dungeon, and a few days later word reached me that the Schallenbergs had reached an agreement with the burghers. Only part of the deal was they would give them my head. And I'd surely have ended my days swinging from the town battlements if it hadn't been for Radzig. He liked me, and he could see it was a dirty trick, so he somehow squared things with the city council.
Lucky for you.
Indeed. I owe my life to Radzig, and I'll never forget it. He's asked me twice before.
I'd like to ask about your men.
Ask away.
What about the fellow they call...
I've never ridden with a better man, I can tell you. He doesn't say a lot.
So he scouts for you?
Not just that. It's happened more than once. I was closing a deal with someone, and Dangler nearly every time he was right, and the fellow tried to stab me in the back afterwards.
Those Behrman brothers are...
Indeed they are. There's no more mercy in them than in, well, a bear. If I told them to skewer you on the spot, they'd do it, without batting an eyelid.
Jesus.
Oh, aye. They'd argue first about which one of them got to do the job. But they're as obedient as a huntsman's dogs. Real soldiers, the pair of them. Reliable, as long as they don't get too drunk. Then there's no keeping them under control. But nobody's perfect.
What can you tell me about Stefan?
Fletching? For one thing, he's a very resourceful fellow.
How did he come to join your band?
Well, let's just say he was in the right place at the right time. You'll find he has quite a knack for that.
What exactly happened?
Sorry, I'd love to tell you the whole story, but I'd be betraying his trust.
Oh, now you've got me curious. Maybe I should ask him myself.
Sure, why not? Our Fletch does love to converse.
What about that dumb one? How did he end up with you?
The stone? Oh, he just kind of tagged along.
Just like that?
Aye, just like that. We were riding from Olomouc to a castle past Kladsko, when we ran into him and some other wayfarers camping along the way. You know how it goes. We made acquaintance with them, had a drink or two. Then we travelled on together. After all, there's safety in numbers.
I'm not sure I'd be thinking that if I ran into you lot on the road.
We might have done some things I ain't proud of, but wayfarers are sacred even for me. Anyway, our fellow travellers dropped off along the way. One in Mohelnitz, one in Schoenberg, and the rest in Kladsko. Except for the stone. He stuck with us the whole way. The fellas kept asking him what he was after. But of course he never said a word. When we were approaching Barsdorf, I ordered the men to get rid of him. I had some business at the castle, and I didn't want any strangers sticking their noses in. Stefan tried to tell him nicely, but he just sat there, staring like he was turned to stone. That's when we gave him the name. Then the Behrman brothers tried to get him off his horse. He booted Jan in the face and knocked him out cold. Then he jumped down and felled Petter with one punch. A man who can do that is a man you want on your side. So we kept him.
Weren't you worried about having a stranger in your band? Especially one who didn't talk?
No, I figured if he can't talk, he can't tell. Besides, I've had worse.
What about Jakey?
Jakey, that boy will be the death of me. You've got to be tough on him, or he's good for nothing. But I'm fond of him, in a way.
Like a son?
I wouldn't go that far. But I've no family of my own. And
Well, you're pretty hard on him, though. And the others keep him on his toes.
the boy needs a firm hand. I was like him once, and I got the same too. If we let him be, we'd end up with a third bet.
True. So Radzig told me the Rickvold family...
There's all sorts of ways to become...
Oh,
But it's a... You see,
well, noble...
not my old man. He cursed like a tanner's hand. More than once, he threatened to take a whip to our parish priest. Anyway, my mother never had strong nerves. Truth be told, her sanity was always shaky. Pa's escapades drove her cuckoo. Then, one cry... Hellish... My sister... was a week... But you're telling me...
Should we ride out?
Aye, we ought to set out on patrol about now. Hope you've got your kit ready and whatnot. I'd like to head to the north. Is there anything interesting that way?
North of here, Samapesh and Merhoyed are that way, and Talmberg is a bit further on. There's stables in Merhoyed.
I wouldn't mind paying a visit to those stables. We can go through there.
And from there?
From there, we'll follow our noses. Something interesting is sure to turn up. I feel it in my bones. Mount up and let's go.
Sure. Chief.
What a fine day, eh, brother?
Indeed, brother.
You know what I like best about days like this, Jan?
The scent of chamomile wafting from the hillsides.
Among other things.
Ah, like the rounded hills, rising, purtling, all soft and pink in the sunlight.
And the fertile valley below, spreading wide and inviting.
Dew glistening in a mossy hollow.
The sweet aroma of honey in the air.
The sturdy poplar, standing tall and erect.
Aye. It reminds me of that day. That day when the two of us fucked Fletcher's ma.
Very droll. You'd make a stuffed bird laugh.
Your ma's a stuffed bird. I stuffed her myself.
I can't smell any chamomile.
Well, men, how are things?
May I?
Yes, Fletch?
How shall I put it? I'm a little concerned about the prospects in these parts, Chief.
Oh? How's that?
I've been looking around, and if you'll pardon me, it seems to me that we've been stuck for a long time in the arsehole of beyond.
It's not Paris, France, I'll grant you.
What I mean to say is, I haven't got any new kit or arrows since the day Jakey joined us. It makes me uneasy, Chief.
I see. What about the rest of you?
I don't know what Fletcher's moaning about. There's plenty of booze and loose wenches nearby.
Not to mention fools in the taverns who don't know when to stop rolling those dice.
Dangler?
It's the arsehole of Beyond everywhere we go. And it always makes me uneasy.
Jakey?
Fletch can complain. I was supposed to get a suit of armor, and all I got was a shitty kettle hat.
Sorry, but they don't do hauberks in girls' sizes.
Oh? Well, how did you get yours then?
All right, I appreciate your honesty, lads. Don't worry, there will be plunder. We're here to fight. The victor the spoils. That's how it's always been. But no purse of silver will shed blood for you on the battlefield. That's what this company is for. And I hope you never forget the golden rule. You can joke all you want, moan all you want, but nothing will keep your skins in one piece better than trusting your leader, who you choose by your own free will. So don't ever forget that.
Amen.
Let's go! Behind me, and keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah.
What do you think we can expect this time, fellas?
Groschen, hidden in a piss pot under the bed. A nice chunk of beef no one there will be eating.
On account of it just fall out through the holes in their bellies, eh, brother?
My mouth is already watering, brother, and I ain't even touched a purse yet.
Once you get your hands on some loot, I'll be happy to play you for your hard-earned groschen back at the camp.
Poor old Fletch. Never gets to see the action from close up.
What about you, Dangler? What do you expect to find?
Futility and human suffering, like always.
Always full of good cheer, eh, Dangler? Why don't you take a leaf out of Stone's book and shut the fuck up?
Jesus, I wish you'd all shut the fuck up.
Keep your eyes peeled, though. There might be someone hiding out here still. Look for clues and question the survivors, if there are any.
Jesus Christ, what a massacre. No signs of resistance. They simply slaughtered them like animals. Looks like it happened fast. They can't be all that clever or they'd have taken the wagon.
What's that?
Look what I've got.
Hey, who's that?
Poor wretch. Kuno will want to know about this. I found this shield in a shed along with a letter. Seems like someone left us a message.
Show me that. I know that crest. It's the House of Zul. A dangerous lot, God's truth. I don't think we'll find anything else here. We'll stay here a while, just in case. And you should go and report to Radzig what happened.
What do you know about these Zuls?
A family of impoverished nobles. They fought in the Margraviate Wars in Moravia. But what they're after...
I thought I could go and search for those raiders.
All right. It's always good to have an extra pair of eyes. We'll keep searching here for a...
God be with you. Take care now. Can we do something of... Here you are, with a little top-up. Well now, thank you very much.
Jesus Christ be
Do you work any copper here, Master?
Right you are.
I'd want to commission you to make something.
Then you best go elsewhere.
Aha. What can you tell me about the...
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent.
So back to that cop.
What?
Aha.
May the Lord watch over you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh?
So, what...
I consulted him and we...
Tell me more.
Master Fafar found out they need copper sheets for the core of the coins and quicksilver for the almond.
I see.
Exactly. That's why I'm interested in the...
Yes, that is good. Yesterday, I heard people from the craftsman's yard by the money.
I see. That's certainly worth it.
You said they use quicksilver. There is a painter lodging here who is painting the church in Ujits.
Well, that's something to follow up as well.
I'm honoured that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
I hear you've had some problems with the supply of quicksilver.
Problems? I should say so. For the third time this month.
And who exactly are you talking about? Who's holding back?
The monastery overseer, or his assistant, more like.
So what did the overseer have to...
Nothing. Apparently he doesn't deal in such trifles. Leaves it all to his assistant, the pompous git.
Surely such valuable material...
I wish I knew. Every time I ask for the red paint, there's a different reason why they haven't got the quicksilver to mix it. Once they said the goods never...
And you think they're lying?
Jesus, what do I know? But it seems pretty strange to me. 3 times in a row the same thing goes missing.
What do you need quick...
I don't. They do. To mix up the red pigment for me. I'm painting the church in Ujits. Can you imagine it?
Not really.
Then be glad you can. My eyes hurt.
That's all I need to know for now.
Ah. But wouldn't you care to buy something before you go? Or play a game? I really need some money. I've been waiting here a while and my stay's getting expensive.
Why not? Show me what you have.
Good luck to you.
Can we do something?
What?
Here.
Oh no, thank...
Yeah. Yeah. I'm on. Take care now. Can we do... Well. Here you are. Well now. Look what I've got for you. You'll love... Good boy. That's my boy. Come along, free.
Hey, you've no business here. Clear off or you'll be sorry. Are you looking for me?
I'm honoured that...
Do you have any quicksilver?
Who's asking?
Nobody. I'm just asking.
Then I don't have any.
That sounds almost as if you don't want to sell it to me.
It's not that I don't want to. It's that I can't.
Can't you? In the Sasau monastery? That seems unlikely. It looks more like you're lining your own pockets to me. I wonder what people would have to say about that.
It's not. I'm not. Oh, shit.
Get to the point.
They came for me at noon. Some night, it was. Without a crest. Armed. He called himself Sir Jezek, and he had a lackey with him. They told me they wanted all the quicksilver we order for the monastery.
And then what? Did they threaten you?
Not at first. They tried to bribe me, and when I
How did you hand it over to you?
I take it up the hill behind the monastery here. There's a big tree there with a small chapel underneath.
What did they threaten?
They said they know people in the monastery.
And you had been stealing? I mean, before then?
You know how it is. I work my fingers to the bow.
So they knew about you?
Yes, they knew my name.
Very well.
Take care now.
I know you. I remember that. Your teeth in. Good fella. That's my boy. Look what I've got. You'll love this.
Good health to you.
About betting...
I'm glad to hear it. A nice little wager. Well, goodbye.
What in the... horse. Come and buy some.
God save. See you later.
Can you show me how to rip?
Certainly.
I'd like to hone my...
First, you have to
Well,
See you later.
Baked goods fresh from the oven. Carrots that'll make you and your family happy.
God bless you.
I'd like to enroll in...
All right.
Of course.
I'll write your name down, and I need to know what weapon...
Longsword.
Good. Good luck then. Entering the arena now will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzig Kobyla, who will measure his skills against Pavel, called Roebuck, from the garrison of Sir Sebastian von Berg. Let us wish the combatants luck. The combatants have entered the arena, and the first duel may commence. We will witness a duel with longswords.
You're going to cry now?
Yeah, but... What's the matter? Lost your balls? Bollocks!
Henry of Skalitz. Change weapons for the second bout. The combatants will engage in a duel with warhammers and shields. The victor of the second duel is Henry of Skalitz.
He is hereby declared the victor in this round and shall proceed to the next round. Entering the arena now will be Stephen of Deliverance, spearman in the company of Sir Radzik Kobyla. And he will face Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzik Kobyla. Let us wish the combatants luck. And this very first bout will afford plenty of entertainment. We will witness a duel with longswords.
Take that!
Shit!
Fucker!
Damn.
Come and get it!
Shit! The victor of the first duel is Henry of Skalitz. The second bout will surely be no less exciting. This one may decide the winner. Our combatants will demonstrate their skills with short sword and shield. We have a victor in the second duel. He is Henry of Skalitz. He is hereby declared the victor in this round and shall proceed to the next round. Entering the arena now will be Menhart, master swordsman from far off Frankfurt. And his adversary will be Henry of Skalitz from the company of Sir Radzik Kobyla. Welcome, our warriors. All is prepared for the first duel. We will witness a duel with longswords. Ow.
I'm over here.
Step!
Huntsfoot!
The second bout will surely be no less exciting. This one may decide the winner. Our warriors will fight with hunting swords.
Verdammt nochmal! Ja! Verrecke! Uff! Ja! Ja! Was? Scheiße! Ja! Hundsfott! Ja! Ja! Was? Verdammt nochmal! Ja! Christ! I'm over here. Verrecke!
And the second duel was won by Henry of Skalitz. Lords and ladies, good men and good wives, you have just witnessed the final duel in today's Ratai tourney, for which we all owe gratitude to Sir Hanush of Laipa. All glory to the victor, Henry of Skalitz, man-at-arms in the company of Sir Radzik Kobila. His prize will be given to him by our gracious Sir Hanush.
Here, Henry.
Thank you.
You've earned it. Take care.
Look what I've... Look what I've got. You're...
Baked goods fresh from the oven. Come and get them. Carrots that'll make you and your family happy. Onions that'll make you cry.
I'm glad to... Good luck, then.
Onions that'll even make your man cry like a little lass. Come and buy some. Good people, come up close and have a smell. Fresh bread. Pour yourself a bit of fresh milk to drink. Come and get them.
Heather. Dry it. Mix it.
I've got something for you. I got them from Uncle Peshek. Just don't go poke.
They're lockpicks. They're not really intended.
True, but at least don't.
I've got something that needs...
All right, I can. Have you come to...
Wouldn't you like to take...
It's a bit...